Now, stop working for money. Stop using that formula. Instead of that, apply this formula. And I guess what? And I dare promise you on this video that if you apply this formula that I'm going to teach you on this video, you're going to see a very drastic and great change towards your money or towards your income. All right? This is one of the topics that it's hardly taught out there. And guess what? Once it is taught, majority of people don't get to understand. And I really believe and hope that I'll make it easier, simpler for you to digest, assimilate, and actually apply it in your life. All right, because the formula that you've been applying, it's actually quite wrong. By the way, have you ever asked yourself, you really work hard, you make sure that you even spend a lot of time working out there, hardly you even sleep and all those kind of things. But guess what? You only pay for your food, your rent, your shelter, maybe you educate your kids if you're married and you have kids on something of sort. But in terms of progress, you never see progress. And at the same time, the same country, you realize there are people, they're not even working as hard as you are, but they're earning more than you are doing that. All right, guess what? All what you need to do, just sit back, relax. I've done all the research for you. Watch this video to the end. All right, and by the way, guess what? I always post a video each and every day talking about making money, be it either online, conventional, and any other way out there. If you don't want to miss any of my future good video, do this. It doesn't cost you anything. It is free of charge. Down below there on your right, there is a very small button. It's in black, written subscribe. Hit that magical button, turn that notification bell, and like this video. And by only doing that, a whole YouTube will notify you whenever I upload a new good video. All right, enough with that. Let's get into this business. Now, why am I saying stop working for money, but instead apply this formula? All right, let's go to the point number one. You up your value. Have you ever seen a situation whereby you find like whenever you're looking for a job, you're telling people or you are creating a need to them. You're showing them you really need that job. That's the thing. That's why I say you up your value, lower your need, and not vice versa. All right, and then monetize that skill. Let me just explain to you a very bit by bit for you to understand. When I say you up your value, have you ever been in an office, okay? And you find in that office is made up of different people. There is somebody, maybe let's say an accountant, there is a HR, there is a manager, there is a CEO, all those kind of things. And then the same company, there's somebody who serves people tea, and he or she does the cleaning. And at the end of the year, or rather at the end of the month, or at the end of the day, that guy who earns, or rather that guy who serves people teas and cleans and does all those kind of things actually earns way less compared to that guy who is perceived to sit down on a couch and a chair and actually press some few computers there and actually earn a lot of money. Have you ever asked yourself why does that happen? It's because of what we call the perceived value. The value of that individual who is doing the cleaning and serving the teas, it is perceived to be so less, meaning that individual can be replaced anytime by anybody, and actually that job cannot stop. But when you reach to a point whereby people actually have that value that cannot be ignored, right? It's like you look for our media, these big media houses that we usually have in our Kenya, the mainstream media. There are people who you look at them and you see, this guy is not only an employee, this guy is an asset to that company. This is a guy whom if you withdraw him from that given company, that company actually goes down to the down drain, all right? Why? Because that guy is actually a value. That guy is an asset. Why or what exactly do they do? Because they have increased their value. I was watching some of the guys who are saying, or rather I was watching some medias here, and I don't want to name names, and you find that guy is actually denying or actually dropping that offer that they have been given to work in a radio station. He's one of the popular comedians in our country. And they are saying, I cannot work for that money. You know what happens? The reason as why they're like that is because they have been time to time working for their value. You where you are seated is that, hey, you went to school, you were taught that you are a teacher and you can only make money as a teacher. There you are, the perceived value of a teacher, you earn some couple of thousands. And then what you do is that you remain to that specific thing. You've never upped your value. For example, let's use a very simple example with my case. If you go back 3 years ago, probably you don't even know whether I existed. That's for sure. And right now, you usually come here to watch my videos because there is something that you usually get out of my videos. That's not what we call upping your value. When I started this YouTube channel, probably only me and maybe some other 2 or 3 individuals whom I thought that I've started a YouTube channel, they were the only one who were watching me. But today, majority of you and a lot of people actually watch, some of even them, and a majority of them actually I don't even know them. Why do they come here? It's because of the value that you have, that you're sharing, that themselves as well, they're finding value out of you. So if you work towards you having value out of yourself, go out of your box. For example, let's say you are out there, you are a doctor, you're only confined in the environment of a doctor, of a hospital, I mean. You only work in the inpatient, outpatient, whatever the case is. But a lot of people outside the world do not know you. And I've seen the trend that is coming up. You can see now doctors on the social media, they're advising people, telling people some things. You can see some people who are selling shambas of the lands. They are surveyors, they are here. Engineers are here to instruct people. You find like we also have the mental health guys are here. See, what you're doing is that you're not only increasing your value, but you're as well scaling down your business. What I can advise you to do, if you keep on working with the same value that you got out maybe from the university or wherever the place that you came from, and you do not improve yourself, you will only be getting that what other people perceive you are worth rather than what you deserve to be getting. Have you ever been in a situation whereby you find like you're looking forward into getting at least $1 million bob or 2 million? At least you can grab yourself a piece of land somewhere, obviously not close to town. You build yourself a house, at least you get out of the rental houses. And then in the process of you looking for at least those 2 million, you find somebody has 20 million car. And then you ask yourself, I'm looking for 2 million to have a very basic thing at home, and somebody is flexing a 20 million car. Then it means that you're using a wrong formula. That's a reality and that's a fact. So what I would tell you is this: change the formula. How? Once you up your value, once now you have that perceived value by majority of people, then now you can tailor down that you can be able to monetize that. Let's say you're very good at mental health. You can tell people, hey, you know what? If you realize your family member is suffering from this, they are behaving like this or that, then guess what? This is what you can be able to do. This is how you can handle them. Hey, if you're a parent out there, you have your teenagers that are so stubborn, this is what you can do. I have been working with teenagers for quite a long time. This is what you can be able to do. And of course, once you do exactly that, then when you see the demand is rising, after actually serving value to them, then you can be able to come up with something like a book, a booklet. You can be able to come up with a certain program that you can actually tell people to subscribe to, and then they can be able to make money, or you can be able to make money out of that specific thing. That is exactly how you do what we call, you improve your game, you up your value, you offer services, and then you monetize that specific skill that actually earns you more money as you progress. It may sound simple. It is not. It may sound that, you know, a lot of people don't get to understand exactly what I mean by saying exactly that. But I really hope I've made it easier for you to understand exactly what I mean by you up your value and lower your needs. If you become, or if you appear too needy to people rather than you being valuable, then they'll be able to, or they will pay you according to what they think you are, not you are worth. All right. The second point is that work on the money, work for the money with an aim of money working for you. You see what? You're working for the money, yes, as of now, because you'll start somewhere, but the aim of you is the money working for you in future. How exactly do you do that? Say you've upped your value, you've monetized your skills, you are working for the money, or let's say you are employed, you are working for the money at that particular point. We do the savings that we always talk about each and every time. After doing the savings, now we come to where we say you now do what we call the money is working for you. Picking up examples of where you can be able to invest your money. I cannot and I have not promised you that it's an easier walk in the park. No, it takes time, discipline, and sacrifice. If you start working, so rather you start investing your money in areas like shares. I always talk about this. Yeah, I know you're like, okay, fine. I know you're gonna say about shares again. Yes, I'm gonna say about that. Those are just but examples of areas where you can put your money. Index fund, balance fund, bond fund, money market fund, shares, SACCOs, treasury bills, treasury bonds, all those areas you can be able, hedge fund, you can be able to put your money in those kind of areas and actually start doing what we call the money working for you. You're doing nothing about it, then money is trickling in and you can actually make your life a difference from what you thought it actually is. That is exactly what we do for us to proceed. Now, the last one, but not the least, is that always know what you make them at least 3 times, and well, that's what not they pay you. Let me repeat. Always know that whatever they pay you, you actually make them 3 times of what they pay you. What do I mean? Let's say you're employed somewhere, you are paid 60,000 at the end of the month. Say you work in a certain, say a company or an institution. When they are paying you 60,000, guess how much you've made for them? You've made them 3 times of that. You've made them 180,000. Then they are, no, actually you've made 4 times. You've made 240K. Out of the 240K, they have paid you the 60. They have retained the 180,000. And that's why you find a lot of people complaining, hey, I don't know why I think they're paying me less and all those kind of things. Yeah, they're paying you less because they are perceived to have improved, or they have perceived to actually put their money into a stake. A lot of it, people starting up their companies, all that means risk. They can lose their money and all those things. All what you're bringing on board is just your skills, and that's why they are paying you that amount of money. So each and every time, remember, there's that amount of money that they're paying you at the end of the month. You've actually made them 3 times out of it. And if you're capable of actually using your skills and make somebody 3 times of that money, then what makes you not to work for yourselves? Yeah, I know why I know what you may be thinking right now. I know a lot of people in the society, they tell you, hey, job is way much secured compared to you starting a business. It is. And that's why you find that most of the people tend to have this employment mentality, because you're being told that job is far much secured compared to you doing your business, because the business can fail. It is true, they are right on that, but they are wrong on the perspective of what if it peaks, what if it works, and what if it comes to a point whereby you're now the business owner. If we all borrow the examples and ideas from the society, nobody will employ anybody, because there will be no businesses, there will be no investments, and people will be looking forward to be employees, and I wonder who will be employing them. It's as simple as that. Guess what, guys? That marks the end of my video. But that's not the end of me posting each and every video each and every day. All what you need to do, just like I told you at the beginning, you need to subscribe to this channel. It is free, doesn't cost you anything. Hit that like button, comment down below, tell me what you think. And by the way, if you're out there, you would like to get pieces of my booklets about investments, all the areas that I've talked about, including this one, all right? Grab my number from my description of this specific video, give me a call or text, and then you get your copy for only $280. If you'd like a consultation, I offer them at a coffee price. All right, for now, it's a goodbye. See you in the next one.